We are at stage 4, paragraph page 267. 267. Okay, here we go. And our last headword was past participle. Okay, so let's start with revision. Ready?
Okay.
Here we go. What's the difference between and an? What's the difference between and an? The difference
The difference
between
between
and
a
an
and
is that
an
we
is
use
that we use a
before a
is
consonant
before a
sound,
consonant sound,
whereas we use
whereas we
an
use
before
an
a vowel
before the
sound.
vowel sound.
Very good. Give me an example of each. Give me an example of each, please. A book,
A
an
book,
apple.
an apple.
Give me an example of the. Give me an example of the, please. The chair
The
is
diff-
red.
the chair is red.
Is red. Give me an example of the. Give me an example of the. The apple
The
is red.
apple's red.
Very good. Why do we say the use and not the use? Why do we say the use and not the use? We say the
We
use
say
and
the
not the
use
use.
and not
The
the use.
use because the
The,
word use
because the word use
starts with a consonant
start is
sound.
a consonant sound.
Is it right to say a hour or an hour? Is it right to say a hour or an hour? It's right to
It's
say
right to
an
say
hour.
an hour
Why? Why? Because the letter
because
H
the
in the
letter
word
H
hour
in the
is
word
silent.
hour is silent.
Very good. Okay, did you fail to answer the last question? Did you fail to answer the last question? No, I
No,
didn't
I
fail to
didn't fail
answer the
to
last
answer the
question.
last
I
question.
succeeded
I
in
succeed
answering
in
the
answering
last
the
question.
last question.
Wait, if you try hard, do you think you'll succeed in learning English well? If you try hard, do you think you'll succeed in learning English well? Yes, if I
Yes, if
try
I
hard,
had try hard,
I think
to,
I'll
I
succeed.
think I I'd
Succeed in
succeed
learning
in
English well.
learning in English well.
Wait, what's the opposite of to fail an exam? What's the opposite of to fail an exam? The
The
opposite of to
opposite
fail
of
an
to
exam
fail an
and
exam
is to pass an
is
exam.
to pass an exam.
Wait, do you think you'll pass the stage exam at the end of this book? Do you think you'll pass the stage exam at the end of this book? Yes, I
Yes,
think
I
I'll
think
pass the
I
stage
passed
exam
to the stage exam
at the
that
end
at
of
the
this
end
book.
of the at the end of this book.
Very good. Do people generally succeed in getting what they want if they try hard enough? Do people generally succeed in getting what they want if they try hard enough? Yes,
Yes,
people generally
people
succeed
generally
in getting
succeed
what
in
they want
getting what
if
they
they
want
try
if
hard
they
enough.
try hard enough.
Very good. What can we say instead of I must study? What can we say instead of I must study? Instead of I must
Instead of
study,
I
we
must
can
study,
say
we
I
can
have to
say I
study.
have to study.
Do you have to eat if you want to live? Do you have to eat if you want to live? Yes, I
Yes,
have to
I
eat
have
if
to
I want to
eat
live.
if I want to live.
Well, did you have to get up early yesterday morning? Did you have to get up early yesterday morning? Yes or no?
No,
I
I
didn't
did
have
not
to
have
get up
to
early
get up early
yesterday morning.
like yesterday
Morning.
morning.
Very good. Will you have to wait if you arrive too early for the next lesson? Will you have to wait if you arrive too early for the next lesson? Yes, I'll
Yes,
have to wait
I I have to
if
wait
I
if
arrive
I
too early
arrive too
for the
early
next
for
lesson.
the next lesson.
Very good. Which is it right to say you mustn't smoke in this building or you don't have to smoke in this building? Which is it right to say you mustn't smoke in this building or you don't have to smoke in this building? It's right to
It's
say
right to
you
say
mustn't
you
smoke
must
in
not
this
smoke
building.
in this building.
Very good. Which is it right to say I mustn't get up early on Saturday or I don't have to get up early on Saturday? Which is it right to say
Which
I mustn't get up early on Saturday or I don't have to get up early on Saturday? It's right to
it's
say
right to
I
say
don't have
I don't
to get
have
up
to get
early
up early
on.
on Saturday.
Very good. Must you study if you want to learn English? Must you study if you want to learn English? Yes, I must
Yes,
study
I
if
must
I want to
study.
learn
I
English.
want to learn English.
Must you study 10 hours a day if you want to learn English? Must you study 10 hours a day if you want to learn English? No, I
No,
don't
I
have.
mustn't
I don't
study.
have to study.
For
One more.
I don't
No,
have.
I don't have to
No,
study
I don't have to
10
study
hours a
10 hours a
if
day
I want to
if
learn
I want to
English.
learn English.
Very good. How do we sometimes form a noun from a verb? How do we sometimes form a noun from a verb? We sometimes
We
form a
sometimes
noun
form
from
a
a
noun
verb
from
by
a
adding
verb
the letters
by
er
adding the letters
to the
er
verb.
to the verb.
Give me some examples. Give me some examples, please. Eat, eater.
Eat,
Walk,
eat, eater,
walker.
walk, walker,
Speak,
speak,
speaker.
speaker,
Very.
lie.
Are you a hard worker? Are you a hard worker? Yes or no?
Yes, I'm
I'm a
a hard
hard worker.
worker.
Are you a complete beginner in English? Are you a complete beginner in English? Yes or no?
No,
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 I'm not
I'm
a
not
complete
a
beginner in
completely
English.
complete
One more.
beginner. Ye-
No, I'm not
No,
a
I'm not
complete
a
beginner
complete beginner
in English.
in
I
English.
began.
I began
I'm
it
okay.
when I was a junior high school
Junior high school.
high school student.
Very good. Are you a heavy sleeper? Are you a heavy sleeper? Yes or no?
No, I'm
I'm not
not
a
a heavy
heavy sleeper.
sleeper.
I'm a light sleeper.
I'm a light sleeper.
Who's your favorite writer? Who's your favorite writer? My favorite
My
writer
favorite
is
writer is Haruki Murakami.
very good. Do you hope you live a very long time? Do you hope you live a very long time? Yes or no?
Yes,
I
I
hope
hope
I live a
I
very
live
long
a
time.
very long time.
Very good. Do you think it's important to be positive about life and full of hope for the future? Do you think it's important to be positive about life and full of hope for the future? Yes, I
Yes,
think
I
it's
think
important
it's
to be
important
positive
to be
about life
positive, positive about
and
life
full of hope
and
for the
full
future.
of hope in the future.
Very good. Do you hope the weather will be sunny tomorrow? Do you hope the weather will be sunny tomorrow? Yes, I hope
Yes,
the
I
weather
hope
will
the
be
weather
sunny
will be
tomorrow.
sunny tomorrow.
Very good. Do you believe everything people tell you? Do you believe everything people tell you? No, I
No,
don't
I
believe
don't believe
everything people
everything
tell me.
people tell
Some
me.
things I
Some
believe,
things I
and some
believe,
things
and
I
some things
disbelieve.
I disbelieve.
Disbelieve.
I
Very good.
disbelieve.
Do you believe it'll be possible in the future for people to live until they're 200 years old? Do you believe it will be possible in the future for people to live until they're 200 years old? Yes or no?
Yes,
I
I
believe
believe
it'll be possible
it will be
in the
possible
future
in
for
the
people
future
to live
for people to live
until they're
until
200
they're
years old.
200 years old.
Very good. What's the difference between to do the shopping and to go shopping? What's the difference between to do the shopping and to go shopping? The difference
The
between
difference
to do
between
the
do
shopping
to the shopping
and to
and
go shopping
to go
is
shopping
that to
is
do
that
the
to
shopping
do
means
the shopping
to
means
buy the
to
things
buy the same things at
that
necessary
are necessary
that are
for the
necessary
house,
for the
such as
house,
food, etc.
such as food and etc.
Whereas,
Where, whereas
to go shopping means
to go shopping
to visit
means
shops
to
generally.
visit shops generally.
Very good. When you do the shopping, do you make a list before going to the supermarket? When you do the shopping, do you make a list before going to the supermarket? Yes or no?
Yes,
When I do the
I
shopping,
when I do the
I
shopping,
make a list
I make
before
a list
going to the
before going to
supermarket.
the supermarket.
Do you ever go shopping and come home with nothing? Do you ever go shopping and come home with nothing? Yes or no?
Yes,
I sometimes
I
go shopping
sometimes go
and
shopping
come home with
and
nothing.
come home with nothing.
Reggie, do people generally smile when they're unhappy? Do people generally smile when they're unhappy? No,
No,
people don't
people
generally
don't
smile
generally
when
smile
they're
when
unhappy.
they are unhappy.
Does good news put a smile on your face? Does good news put a smile on your face? Yes, good
Yes,
news
good
puts a
news.
smile
Put
on
a
my
smile
face.
on my face.
Very good. Do you have to pay a tax to the government if you buy a foreign car? Do you have to pay a tax to the government if you buy a foreign car? Yes or no?
Yes,
I have to
I
pay
have to
tax
pay
to the
tax
government
to the
if I
government.
buy
I buy
a foreign
a
car.
falling color.
Very good. Okay. Next, what are the three forms of an English verb? What are the three forms of an English verb? The three
The
forms
three
of an
forms
English
of
verb
an English
are the
verb
present,
are the
the
person
past, and the past
and
participle.
past participle.
Very good. One more. The three forms of
The
an
three
English
forms of
verbs
an English
are the
verbs
present,
are
the
a
past,
present, the past,
and the past participle.
and the past participle.
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 Very good. Give me an example. Give me an example, please. See, saw, seen.
See so
I see
seen.
him every week.
I see him
I saw him
every.
last week.
I saw him last
I
week.
have seen him
I
this
have
week.
seen him last this
This
week.
week. Very good. What are the three forms of kill? What are the three forms of kill? The three forms
The
of
three
kill.
forms kill
Of kill
in of kill
are killed,
are
killed,
killed,
killed.
killed, killed.
Very good. What are the three forms of put? What are the three forms of put? The three
The
forms
three
of put
forms of put
are put,
are
put, put.
put, put, put.
What are the three forms of come? What are the three forms of come? The three
The
forms of
three
come
forms of
are
come
come,
are
came,
come,
come.
came, come.
What are the three forms of give? What are the three forms of give? The three
The
forms
three
of give
forms of give
are give,
are
gave,
give,
given.
gave, given.
Very good. And that's the end of our revision. Let's have new work. Very good, very fast. Okay, so let's start new work. Okay, repeat. Cat,
Cat,
dog,
dog,
result,
result,
lucky.
lucky.
Very good. Okay, listen. The words cat and dog are both noun. They are animals. Result is also a noun. For example, if you put a cat and a dog together, they often fight. The result of putting a cat and a dog together will be a lot of noise. Lucky is an adjective. For example, if you won in a lottery and get a lot of money, you're lucky. Okay, let's practice. Which do you prefer, cats or dogs? Which do you prefer, cats or dogs? I prefer
I prefer cat
two
to dog.
dogs. What is often the result of putting a cat and a dog together? What is often the result of putting a cat and a dog together? The result
The
of putting a
result
cat
of
and a
putting a
dog
cat
together
and a dog
is
together
often a lot of
is
noise.
a lot of noise.
Very good. Do people in your country think it's lucky to see a black cat? Do people in your country think it's lucky to see a black cat? Yes or no?
No,
People in my country
people in my
don't think
country
it's
don't
lucky
think
to
it's
see
lucky
a black
to
cat.
see a black
They
cat.
think it's
They think
unlucky.
it's unlucky.
Very good. Okay, next repeat. Destroy.
Destroy,
Document.
document.
Very good. Okay, listen. Destroy is a verb. Document is a noun. A document is a piece of paper with something important written on it or some important information written on it. For example, I sometimes destroy documents. Let's practice. Do you ever destroy documents that you receive from your bank? Do you ever destroy documents that you receive from your bank? Yes, I
Yes,
sometimes
I
destroy
sometimes
documents
destroy
that I
documents
receive
that
from
I
my bank.
receive from my bank.
Right? Can a fire destroy a building? Can a fire destroy a building? Yes, a
Yes,
fire can
I
destroy
fired
a
and
building.
destroyed a building.
Very good. Next, repeat. Bin.
Being
Scotland.
Scotland.
Very good. Okay, listen. The past participle of the verb to be is been. Scotland is a noun. It is the name of one of the British countries. Let's practice. What's the past participle of the verb to be? What's the past participle of the verb to be? The past
The
participle of the verb
participle
to
of
be
the verb to
is
be
been.
is being.
Very good. Have you been to the cinema this week? Have you been to the cinema this week? Yes or no?
No,
I haven't
I
been
haven't
to the
been
cinema
to
this
the
week.
cinema this week.
Very good. Have you ever been to Scotland? Have you ever been to Scotland? Yes or no?
No,
I've never
I've
been
never
to
been
Scotland.
to Scotland.
Very good. Okay. Have you been to see the film Titanic? Have you been to see the film Titanic? Yes or no?
Yes,
I've been to see
I've been, I've been
to see
see,
the film
to see
Titanic.
the film Titanic.
Very good. Okay, next repeat. Crime.
Crime,
Guilty.
guilty,
Innocent.
innocent,
Against the law.
against the law.
Very good. Okay, listen. Crime is a noun. It is something that a person does which he or she should not do. guilty and innocent are both adjectives. For example, if you take something from a shop without paying, you're guilty of a crime. The opposite of guilty is innocent. Against the law means not okay by law. For example, if you take something from a shop without paying it, it's a crime. It's against the law. Let's practice. What's a crime? What's a crime? A crime is
A
an
crime
action
is an
which
action
is against the
which
law.
is against the law.
Wait, if I take something from a shop without paying, am I guilty of a crime? If I take something from a shop without paying, am I guilty of a crime? Yes. If
Yes,
you
if
take something
you take
from a
something
shop
from a shop
without paying,
without paying,
you're guilty of a
you're
crime.
guilty of for
Of a
crime
crime.
of a crime.
Very good. What's the opposite of guilty? What's the opposite of guilty? The opposite
The
of
opposite
guilty
of guilty
is
is
innocent.
innocent.
Very good. Do you always feel guilty when you do something wrong? Do you always feel guilty when you do something wrong? Yes or no?
No,
I don't
I
always
don't
feel guilty
always feel guilty
when I do something
when
wrong.
I do something wrong.
Is there very much crime in the town where you live? Is there very much crime in the town where you live? Yes or no?
No,
There isn't
there
very much
isn't
crime
very much
in
crime
the town where I
in the
live.
town where I live.
Very good. Next, let's have present perfect.
Present perfect.
Very good. Okay, now let's talk about present perfect and its third form, have plus past participle.
Have
Okay, past
past participle.
participle. That's the third form of the present perfect. Okay, repeat. I have eaten.
I have eaten.
Experience.
Experience.
Very good. Okay, listen. We form the present perfect with the verb have and the past participle. For example, I have arrived. He has written. Okay, so let's practice. Oh no, one more. Some examples. The present perfect has three common uses. Number one, we use it to talk about experiences. For example, if I say I have eaten Chinese food, it means I have experience of eating Chinese food. If I say I have been to Paris, it means that I have experience of being to Paris. Okay, let's practice. Do we use the present perfect to talk about our experiences? Do we use the present perfect to talk about our experiences? Yes, we
Yes, we
use the
use
present perfect
the past present
to
perfect
talk about
to
our
talk about our
experiences.
experiences.
Very good. Have you eaten Spanish food? Have you eaten Spanish food? Yes or no?
Yes,
I have eaten
I have eaten
Spanish
a
food.
Spanish food.
Have you visited Paris? Have you visited Paris? Yes or no?
No,
I
I
haven't
haven't
visited Paris.
visited Paris.
Very good. Have you ever worked on a farm? Have you ever worked on a farm? Yes or no?
Yes,
I've worked on a
I've
farm.
worked on the farm
Very good. Next, repeat. For.
for
Up to now.
up to now.
Very good. Okay, listen. We, number two, we use the present perfect to talk about the duration of an action up to now. For example, if I say I have lived here for 3 years, it means that I'm living here now and I started living here 3 years ago. Let's practice. Do we also use the present perfect to talk about the duration of an action up to now? Do we also use the present perfect to talk about the duration of an action up to now? Yes, we
Yes,
also use
we
the
also
present
use
perfect
the present
to talk
perfect
about the
to
duration
talk about the relation
of an action
of an
up to
action
now.
up to now.
How long have you lived in your city? How long have you lived in your city? I have lived
I
in my
have been
city
in
for.
my city for 30 years.
Very good. Have you studied English for more than 6 months? Have you studied English for more than 6 months? Yes or no?
No,
Yeah, yes.
haven't.
I have
Yes,
studied
I
English
have studied
for
English
more than six months.
for more than 6 months.
Yeah, because you started when you were junior high school, right?
Mm.
Very good. Okay, next. Last one. Number three. We use the present perfect to talk about the result now of a past action. For example, I have eaten too much means that I feel bad now. She has arrived means that she is here now. Okay, let's practice. Do we also use the present perfect to talk about the result now of a past action? Do we also use the present perfect to talk about now of the result of a past action? Yes, we
Yes,
also
we
use the
also
present
use
perfect
the
to talk
present
about
perfect to talk about
the result now
the result
of a
now
past action.
of a past action.
Wait, have you eaten too much today? Have
We
you
have
eaten too
eaten.
much today? Yes or no?
No,
I
I
haven't
haven't
eaten too much
eaten
today.
too much today.
Wait, has everybody come to the lesson today? Has everybody come to the lesson today? Yes or no?
No,
Not everybody
not
has
and
come
not everybody has
to
come
the lesson
to
today.
the lesson today.
Very good. Okay, so now let's move on to reading. Okay, very good. Our reading is at stage 4, paragraph page 218. Last headword was obtain, fetch, doctor. Okay, start with the fourth question. Which animal do we get milk from?
Which